Hey everyone, Katie Melnick from Fizz Creative here, and today we're going to talk through how to find the right printer for your project. So let's say that you have isolated the type of packaging that you want to use, and you've decided that you want to either use a pouch label, whatever it is. Now you have to find the person who's actually going to be able to produce it. So, what we recommend before you even start design is you talk to the printer and get samples from them, and then get an idea of costing. So this is going to save you so much time on the back end before you even get to the design, because you can really figure out what type of packaging you can afford and the techniques that you can do. So that way it's a seamless process once you get to that. So say, if you don't do this and you just create this really beautiful design and then you take it to a printer and you find out it's going to be just way too costly for you to produce, then you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and maybe like retool stuff, which is never fun. So what we recommend is first get a sample pack from the printers you're looking at. So we find our printers just through industry connections. We've used the startup CPG community, which is really helpful if you are in the food industry. You can also just Google and find food label or food pouch packaging and see what you can find. So if you would like a list of some of our favorite printers, we are happy to provide them in the list below. But let's go through all of, kind of like what you can expect to get. So what we recommend, reach out to these printers, get a sample pack. So this is one we've gotten from Blue Label. And pay attention to how easy it is to get this sample pack. So how quickly do the samples come in? How many varieties of samples do they include in the deck? How easy is it to communicate with the sales rep? These are all things that will help indicate how easy is this person going to be when you actually start working with them. So asking for sample packs is a really good way of seeing what's their level of customer service. So we really like getting these sample packs for this reason, is just to figure out how easy it is to work with the printer, and then the range of different, techniques and everything of how you can actually produce really great looking labels. The same goes as if you would like to do some kind of pouch. So this is one that we just received from this company, and they included a bunch of pouch samples in a lot of different types and techniques. So this one has like a gold to it. This one is maybe just like a little bit shinier. These are like more matte, eco-friendly. So getting these samples ahead of time and just feeling them and touching them and seeing, what are their capabilities? Do you want to have like a little spout on your pouch, or do you just want to have it be a full zipper top? Now, if you once you go through this process and you kind of, look at the samples, you find a few that you really like, and then you can start talking to the printer and saying, hey, I really liked this sample and I really liked this sample. These could look really great on my packaging. So what are the costs involved? And you can actually, if you have a glass jar that you're using, you can actually just measure it, kind of put the sample on there, see how it fits, and decide, you can kind of figure out the sizing and just say, hey, for a label this size using this paper, how much is that going to cost me? And then you can start figuring out, oh, well, maybe, whatever it costs, maybe you can afford to do the foil, or maybe you can't afford to do that. So asking those questions in the beginning will really, really help make sure that your design process works well. And especially then, once the file is set up correctly, you need to make sure that you have different layers for foil versus regular printing. So that way everything shows up exactly the way you want it once you get it in your hand. So getting these sample packs is a really great way for you to figure out how to find that right printer. And don't be shy. Ask for all of their best like techniques and processes and see what they provide you, and ask for them from like maybe a few different companies, just to see like costing and as well what their capabilities are. So that way it'll really help clarify that process and make it so easy for you once you get to the design. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.